Hey, this is Speck,
Savannah.
and we're here on behalf of the Media and News team to interview Severance. So guys, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Hey, this is Xander. I'm here with Tyler. Say hi,
Hey.
Tyler.
I'm Tyler. I'm here with Xander.
Good stuff. Alright, let's jump right in. So, Severance having a pretty great season so far. 1-6, only lost one. Second in the division, only down 1 point. So, are you satisfied with it so far?
Honestly, not really, because the past seasons we've done really well. We've only lost once in MKU prior to losing to FA. But overall this season we've been playing a lot worse than before. I'd like to blame that on inactivity, but there have been some problems with our calls and things like that within the previous matches this season. It's really been putting us off. I think I will be doing better now, but so far we're not really satisfied at all, to be brutally honest.
So there's just a few issues that sort of need ironing out at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so what is SVC's overall play style? Do you have any tracks that you learn towards at the moment?
Yeah, we have quite a few tracks that we pick, whether it be for individuals or a group. For example, like Mount Warrior for Tyler. We all like Music Park, at least the majority of us like Music Park. We have other group run tracks that we like to pick, Hyrule Circuit, Rainbow Road, things like that. There's no tracks that we really dislike playing. Maybe like a few, Baby Park, I guess. No one really enjoys playing that.
And everybody hates Excite Bike except for me, Xander, and Danny.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, everyone in SVC seems to hate Excite Bike, and it's just Danny, Tyler, and I who love it. So.
When it comes to tracks, we have a few tracks that we pick that work most of the time for second, so we just kind of have like a general list of what works best for running, and then we pick those in order. So it's usually Music Park, Hyrule, Rainbow Road, and stuff like that. And then sometimes when we have just first, we'll pick Toad Harbor because that's the best track for first. And after that, after Toad Harbor gets played, then it kind of goes to like what the person's favorite track is that works well for first. So if K's in first and we have some bad spots, we'll pick Yoshi Valley for him. Or if I'm in first and we don't have second, we'll pick Mount Wario, because the way I do the beginning, I usually kill second there. And yeah, it's just a lot of good coordination on our track picks and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a big meaning behind every track pick. We don't just throw something random out and then select it. We just have quite a bit of meaning behind it. And as for playstyle, we pretty much just dominate the front and then pick people off one by one as they try to break up the top spots. We don't usually have people sitting in the back hitting others with items and stuff. We just all get to the front, and then whoever's in the back of that top pack just kind of holds off the others.
Yeah, we're also quite patient with our items as well. We notice a lot of people in this community tend to, I guess, spam their greens would be a good example. They just kind of like, oh, I got a green shell, throw it. But we usually wait quite a while before we use an item. We think a lot about what we could do with that said item.
It's really
yeah.
mapping out like the situations and what can happen and everything. I'd say in terms of items, we're really versatile with it because a lot of us can either be really patient or, really aggressive. Because one thing we do more than any other team, I'd say, is backspam.
Yeah,
Playing with Japan a lot, and those guys backspam all the time, it's just something you have to really pick up on. So, if the guy in second gets a shroom, instead of just letting him steal your first, you have to know where the best spot you can backspam him is and hit him, like, where you can get the best chance of hitting people.
Yeah.
And just finding, like, trap spots with bananas and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And I think we have a lot of consciousness of backspam and stuff. Like, we know where stuff's gonna be and, like, going wide on a couple turns. Because there's a lot of blind spot turns, and just going wide on them can help so much, because you don't lose that much, and if there's a banana there, you're gonna lose a lot. So it's a safe than sorry type deal.
Yeah. The thing with MK also is that it's obviously really hard to just react to backspam. So if someone doesn't, I guess if someone isn't cautious prior to you actually backspamming, they're gonna get hit by it. They can't react to it at all. yeah, there's no way in this game.
It's too fast.
It's true. Yeah, some pretty deep insight there. That's really great. Moving on. So, SVC have only been defeated twice in the whole of MKU, and I guess people still, to an extent, perceive SVC as the sort of ultimate, sort of virtually unbeatable team. So, would you guys sort of support or challenge that claim, and why?
Well, it's kind of hard to talk about this because
tough question
we don't.
to answer.
Yeah, we don't want to be like, oh yeah, we're the best team. We can't be beaten, like things like that. It's kind of hard to say, but I guess we have played for a while together. We have like learned the game, so yeah.
I guess
I don't
the
know.
best response to this year is it's Mario Kart. Anything can happen, so anybody can beat us. Like anything can happen, but the
Yeah.
way we play and the way our playstyle is we can really like come back from lucky situations a lot. Like luck doesn't usually affect us that much.
Yeah,
We can usually power through it because you know people usually the typical luck in Mario Kart 8 I guess is complaining about triple reds, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody gets triple reds, it's a lot harder for them to affect us with it because we run the front so much that the reds are only going to take out like one person, maybe two, best case scenario for the other team. Because a lot of us are good at kind of throwing ourselves at the reds after we get hit, so we can usually take out two, if not three, of the reds every time somebody gets triple reds on us.
Yeah,
even
we
without
kinda-
a defense item.
We kind of just build some sort of wall, I guess. We
Build a wall, yeah.
We don't let anyone past us. We just keep our presence up there. So I don't know. In terms of our
Another thing-
losses, in terms of our losses, we have like lost more than 2 matches. We've lost 10 now, I believe. So it's not like it's impossible to beat us. Like Tyler was saying, anything can happen. It's possible, but
That was taken into account purely just MKU based losses. rather
yeah,
than
I was thinking, I thought so. But yeah,
Okay.
the AR match as well. That was actually pretty tragic when it happened. I don't want to. I don't want to like go into some story about like I want to tell some story about the match, but yeah, it was pretty bad for us.
Going back to sort of like the playstyle and building a wall thing, if the other team is in top spots and stuff, another thing is we're all really good at sniping people with greens or bananas or whatever, so we don't really need reds to take out people like you typically would guess you would need a red. A lot of us know where bananas go when you throw them in certain spots, how greens bounce and stuff just from observing the game over time. So we can actually get people out of top spots quite easily with greens and bananas and stuff. So that's another thing why luck isn't a big factor for us, because even if we get unlucky items, we can use them to the fullest potential.
Yeah, we kind of just take what we get and deal with it. Like I guess use your items to the like best you can, I suppose, and don't like use before you think when it comes to using an item, like things like that, like small things that I guess give us an advantage.
So it's just deep calculated play that would be required to sort of give you guys a run for your money then.
Yeah, I suppose. Like all these small things add up, so yeah, do matter.
Right. So, SVC has some of the best time trialers in the community. Could you give some general guidance on how TTing can help improving the average player's ability?
Well, a lot of us don't really time trial that much. I don't think getting fast times is important. It's consistent driving that's important. So as long as you can play the tracks at a consistent level without failing and stuff, you don't really need the fastest of times. Because back in the day, a lot of us time trialed a lot and had a lot of top 10s and everything, but we don't really do that anymore, and we can still run really easily, just because all of us got really familiar with controlling our vehicle and just the strats and driving the tracks. Playing time trials to practice the strats is really important, but you don't need, a top 10 time to be good at a track online and stuff. In fact, I think some of my best tracks online, I don't even have a top 10 time, or even close to it.
Yeah, it was the same with me. At the beginning of the game, I did really well in Toad Harbor before I even time trialed it. I just seemed to place well on there, even though I wasn't good at it at all in terms of driving. And I should also probably mention, that since we're talking about, I guess, the speed of driving, how important it is, or whatever, picking up coins, that is really important. Like, a good example would be K. K actually hasn't TT'd courses at all besides Yoshi Valley and maybe a little bit of Yoshi Circuit and a tiny bit of other tracks that I might be forgetting about.
I think Piranha Plant Slide, Sweet Sweet Canyon, and Thwomp Ruins are like the only ones he touched.
So K, he just picks up coins. He always has 10 coins. Because coins in this game, no one really realizes how important they are. That's a lot of people quit the game near the beginning because they couldn't catch up. Pick up coins while you're in the back, and it helps you catch up so much. If you can keep 10 coins throughout the entire race while having a good item for it, like triple shrooms for example, you'll gain on people, and obviously be able to take a shortcut or something. There's just so much benefit to coins. The speed difference is unbelievable when you compare to someone who keeps 3 coins at the entire race while trying to shroom up. It's crazy.
While coins are really important, you shouldn't always go for the wide ones at first, which I see a lot of people do. So GBA Mario Circuit is a great example. Some people go for those wide 3 coins, and when you do that, the guy in second or third, they can pass you by just going tight on that turn, and then you'll get spin boosted on the anti-grav part, pushed wide, and you'll lose your first. And keeping first is so important. So figuring out, the beginnings of every track and how to get the most out of starting in first is really important. And
you just gotta
knowing which coins to grab.
Yeah.
Even though, getting 3 coins is better than getting no coins, in that case, it's better to take the no coins because you will get passed and your 3 coins won't matter for too much when you get hit by a trail.
So TTing's probably best for knowing the circumstances of each
Yeah,
course.
just knowing the general strategy in driving, I guess. A lot online though is really different from time trials. So
Yeah.
just getting fast times won't help you because if you fail or something, then that's pretty bad because you'll lose first if you fail. So consistent driving is a lot more valuable than fast driving. That's for sure.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, so looking forward to the rest of the season. So next week you take on Fatal Aces, and obviously they were one of your losses this season. And if you can beat them this time, there's a good chance that you can sort of become champions. So in your second outing, how are you going to approach them?
Well, now that I'm back, I can play now. That's one thing. And also, Soldier hasn't played for us at all this season because MKU's just had a really bad time for him. He usually has work on Sundays. But we're seeing if we can get him to ask if he can get out of work early on Sunday for that match because it is important. So we need Daddy Soldier to play. And yeah, the thing is though, a lot of us have been playing a lot. We've all been waking up early and playing all these Japanese 2v2 things and stuff, and just playing against some really good players, getting really good practice and stuff. So I think we're definitely gonna have a better approach to the FA match than last time.
We're in way better shape. Leo.
When we played them last time, none of us played, but now all of us have been playing. So I think we're definitely ready.
Aside from Leo's been playing Xenoblade.
Yeah. Leo's been
I when we played FA around that time and MP the week after, all of MKU really, I was playing Mario Kart Wii for the majority of it, but I can't play it right now. Plus I'm also getting interested in Mario Kart 8, so I've been playing a lot of it. So I'm actually going into the match with practice rather than having it be a 1 week thing. And like Tyler said, we have him and Soldier now. So we've got in a lot better of a situation than we were the previous matches. So we're definitely ready, to say the least. And in terms of how we're going to approach it, we're just going to approach it how we usually do. Really, we're not going to change our playstyle in any way. We'll just play as best we can and see what happens.
Just using newfound interest in the game to sort of approach it again.
I've been noticing a lot of people in the community are really thinking we're the favorites for this match and stuff, and a lot of people have been saying is because I can actually play now. But just one person isn't really going to make a huge difference. It's going to be all in our team play. So it's not just if I come back, it's going to be an automatic win, because it could be anybody playing in my spot, and if we play well as a team, then we will win. It's all about just playing well and getting the job done and stuff, which we'll try our best to do. It's going to be interesting.
Okay.
So, Does SVC intend to continue playing MKU postseason? And will there be any changes made to the team?
Well, we definitely have no intention of dropping out or anything. The reason why we didn't we played one season as NF, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
was because we didn't really have interest in playing, or at least a lot of us didn't have any interest. I think there were a few people who still played actively, at least wanted to, and because of that reason, like SVC wasn't really the same as before, and I decided I wanted to bring it up, and we ended up just killing the team, I guess. And then just to try and get myself back into MK, that's why I made NF, and we ended MKU with NF, and we just played that way. But now that we have SVC again, well, the reason that we have SVC again is because we all started playing actively, and I thought that, oh yeah, maybe we can bring it back, and it's been fine so far. We've been playing aside from the first few weeks of this MKU season, and it's starting to we've started to pick up the pace again, which looks good, and it doesn't really seem like we're going to be letting that go anytime soon, so I hope at least that we're going to continue the next season, and I guess keep playing the game in general as well.
One thing that contributed to us not playing very much at the beginning of the season was definitely trying really hard to win in CSL with our Mario Kart Wii clan. Because
Yeah.
Xander, RCS, K, and I are all part of Relapse, and we were all pretty much playing a lot of Mario Kart Wii and trying to practice and get ready for CSL with RE. And now it's kind of like the opposite, because we're playing so much Mario Kart 8 and not playing that much Mario Kart Wii. But there's also Mario Kart Wii just seems a lot more inactive lately, and RE in general is a lot of inactive players recently. So we're just kind of back to this, but we definitely need to find the balance for next season.
Yeah.
Both games.
There's
That's
always
the
been a
tough
struggle with that.
Competing in the top division on both games, it can be different because they're so totally different. You have to change your playstyle so much, and it can be hard to do. But we definitely need to find the balance, and I think we'll be able to next season.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, so before we round this up, is there any other comments you'd like to make?
I honestly don't know.
I don't think there's anything really else that needs to be said. I feel like I've said everything. So
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you, SVC. That was very insightful. Thank you very much.
yeah, thanks for the interview.
Thanks for interviewing us. Yeah. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.